Welcome to LT Outdoors, the channel with everything the outdoor world has to offer.
It is a goofy looking fish. This exact one before. Yeah, that's a big kitty. Hit it as soon as it hit the water. Well, I hope you guys.
Sun is coming up, vibe is going down. Fish are all biting and jumping all around. Let's hook up the boat, come on, let's go. It's time for LT Outdoors. I'm talking LT Outdoors. Might go hunting, fishing, metal detecting, might even do a little foraging too. I'm talking LT Outdoors. I hope you enjoy the show. Special shout out to all my patrons out there. If you want to become a patron, go to patreon.com. Look up LT Outdoors. You guys are a huge help. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of LT Outdoors. Today's episode, I thought I'd head out and look for some morel mushrooms. I'll tell you what, it was a little cold last week. I went out and looked and I didn't find any, but I didn't let that get to me. I knew all we needed was a little bit of warmth. This week's crazy warm, a little bit too warm, but I'll tell you what, that's just what the doctor ordered, because I just got out of my truck here, or van I guess, stepped out to my spot, and there is a mushroom. I'm going to show you this mushroom, and we're going to snoop around, see what all we can find. If there's one, there's going to be more. Alright guys, I'm going to show you right here. Might not look like much. Put it right there. My first morel of the year. It's one of the blacks. They don't get very big. I mean, I think the biggest black I've ever found was like 4 inches maybe. You know, usually if you want size, you're going for the whites and the grays. But yeah, it's cool though. My first one of the season. If there's one, there's going to be more. They all grow from the same temperature, and with this one being decent size, you know, for the black, I'm sure there's a bunch more. So let's get out. Let's kind of wander around here. Like I've said before many times, look around the poplars. That's your ticket right now, guys. I just seen another one. I want to make sure I don't step on any. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do this, because there is a bit of a trick to it. Okay, now this one here, I showed last year. I found a lot of them like this last year. Along the side of these poplars, they'll actually grow right out of the side of them. This is how I found a lot of them last year. And it's actually easier to find them that way when they're coming right out of the side. But I'm going to show you what I do anyways. When I'm walking along, I'm going to go that way. I really take my time. I walk slow. You want to look all around. Don't overlook anything. Walk very slow and stop. I mean, you really want to take your time. Stop every few steps and take a look, because sometimes you'd be surprised. You could be walking too fast. Sometimes all it takes is stopping, taking a look around, and you'll find them by your feet. That ain't no joke. Okay, guys, I just found the biggest cluster that I have ever found in my life. There's 2 together there. I don't know, it looks to be, it might be 5 in that clump. And then I turn my head a little bit this way. Not even sure if I can find it on the phone. There she is. They hide so well. I'm gonna pick that one first, because I don't want to lose it, but I'm going to really have to take my time right here if there's that many growing in this little area. It's hard telling. I mean, the hardest part, guys, is the leaf litter. You know, underneath all this leaf litter, there's probably a ton. That always bugs me, trying to think of how many might be just hidden under the leaves. Sometimes I think I should just come out here and rake the leaves one here. But look at this. Looks like 4. Yeah, there's 4. You got 2, right there. You got 2 together right there. Alright, here I am at that spot where there was the 4 in the little mossy spot. I kid you not, guys, when you're doing this, alright, I'm on my knees picking these mushrooms. When you pick the ones that you found, stay on your knees for a little bit. And when I say, I mean, stay 5 minutes, you know, as long as you can stay comfortable. And look around really slow, because I just turned my head. I got one right here to the left of me, one right in front of me. I think they're all around, so I'm gonna sit here for a bit. Oh, there's a big one right in front of me too, laying over. See, I would have never seen that. I would have never seen that. Like I said, guys, it's all about the trick of all this is taking your time, scouting the ground as hard as you can. Don't go too fast. You will overlook them every time, guaranteed. All right, as I'm sitting here on my knees, right here in front of me by this tree, there's one right there. I turn my head. See if I can get it on the camera here. Yep, there's one right there. And then, as I was shooting that little video to talk to you guys about taking your time, look at that, laying down in the leaf litter. Incredible. Alright, same spot. I'm still just kind of sitting here on my knees looking, and I actually got on my hands and knees that time, kind of crawled a little bit. Boom, there's one right there. Alright, here I am, still on my hands and knees. I picked that big one that was laying down. I turned my head, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a nice one right there. I tell you, there's definitely something to it. You get down to the ground level. I think you should do this whenever you find, if you get yourself on, you know, a morel, especially if you get into a cluster. Oh, there's another good one. See, there's definitely something about being on your hands and knees, guys, when you're hunting these mushrooms. Right there by that stump. Yep, I think this is going to be a good pick day. The one I just showed you that was by the log is right over there. I turned my head to look for that one. There's one right there too. Alright, I got up and walked a little ways, not very far, just around the bend, and just found this little dinky guy. I'm picking them all today, because I'm probably ain't going to be back to this spot, so I'd rather just not leave them. They'll come back next year. This is probably the smallest. Here's my pinky. That's probably the smallest I've ever found, so I am going to leave that one. That one's good. I think this is pretty cool. Just because I'm a trapper, I know what to look for these things. This right here is a cubby set made for a bobcat, and the trap was bedded right there. I'm guessing that he caught a cat. Look how chewed up that is. Sweet. I'll tell you what, guys, one thing that goes great with trout fishing is being a trapper, because as we walk these streams, we can mark all kinds of new places to set traps. This time of the year is the best time of year to find all the sign. Yeah, you've got a pretty good batch of coon spots ready for next year, guys, so I hope you're ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, foraging friends, I'm going to show you here another awesome thing to pick this time of year. I feel like I'm doing the same thing all the time, because every year I show the same stuff, but I want to make sure all these new people on here see the same things too. This is the Fiddlehead fern. I'm going to show you now. It's one of my favorites to pick and eat this time of year. I will tell you though, and I'm going to show the difference. There's another fern out there. I don't know if it's edible or not. I wouldn't try eating it, and I'm going to tell you how to know the difference, but I'm going to pick some right now and show you what they look like. If you are in an area that gets wet an awful lot, you know, along a stream where it floods and then dries up, you're going to find these. All right, these are called ostrich ferns, or in the foraging world, they're called fiddleheads. They call them fiddleheads because obviously when they're young, they're curled up like the head of a fiddle. Now, the difference you're going to find between these and the other one I mentioned, there is another one that looks identical to the fiddlehead, but it has a white webbing, almost like a spider webbing around it. That is not a fiddlehead. I don't know if that's edible, so don't try it. At least I say don't try it till you learn it. But this is a fiddlehead, and you can tell the difference because these have brown husks. It's not going to have spider webbing. It's going to have brown husks. When they first come out of the ground, you can see all that brown. That is what covers the heads of the babies. I think it's the plant's protection against like frost and stuff when they come up early. But you want to pick them when they're young, before they open up. These are perfect size. These are getting a little big. You could still eat them, but seems how there's so many fresh ones up. I'm just going to pick the freshest of the fresh. But yeah, you want to pick them when they're young. I like to pick them, 3-4 inches long. There's a good one right there. Like I said, brown husk. That's all, and they grow in these clumps. You're never going to see just one. They don't grow like that. There's a big root system. It's actually a really strong root system. You'll know it because you trip over them a lot of times when you're out walking. They're just, you can see it right here. That is the root system. Super strong, and you can easily trip over that. That's another good one to tell. That's almost like a coconut. Yeah, pick these guys up, man. They're really good. You can boil them like you would, you can boil them up like asparagus or something. I personally like to saute them in butter, especially alongside with some morel mushrooms and a fresh brook trout. It is hard to beat. This time of year, especially with trout season opening up, you can go out and get all these delicious things and add them together. It's hard to beat being able to pair things this time of year to make perfect meals. So, hope you enjoy. All right, another of my favorite forages, which I should probably mention too, just because, obviously laws and fact checkers on the internet. You cannot pick these anymore on state land, public land. So if you want to pick fiddleheads and ramps, which is what these are, you're gonna have to get out and find yourself some private property where you can pick them. These here, looks like they've been getting chewed on by the deer, actually. That's okay though, they left me some leaf. When you pick these, there is a bulb. I'm gonna tell you too, they look like lilies. Hard to mistake. Alright, if you find a batch of lilies out in the woods, chances are they're ramps. But you dig these puppies up, don't dig them all up. In fact, don't dig, only take what you're gonna eat, because it takes these guys a long time to spread. I only take a few. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig up like a little bundle of them, and that'll be it. And then I'll leave this batch alone till next year, and I got other batches to fill the rest of my year. But yeah, these right here are ramps, guys. I got a shovel in my back pocket here, and I'm gonna tell you, all right, fiddleheads and morels go good with trout, but these right here are the main attraction. Ramps, for any of you that have not eaten these, they have a distinct, I can smell them now. You can't mistake it. If you go to dig them, you're gonna know right away if it's a lily, because it's gonna have as soon as you pull them up, they're gonna be a strong garlic onion smell. See that bulb? Eat the whole thing. All I do is cut these roots off at the very bottom and then fry up the leaves and all. Don't even cut them. Fry this all up, saute in butter with the morels and your fiddleheads and some trout. Oh man, that's killer cooking right there, folks. I'm gonna pick some more of these and we're gonna have a meal. Hope you guys enjoy all these shows. I'll tell you what, I have a blast making these episodes. Going out and doing the outdoor adventures, that is my life. That is all I ever want to do. And I appreciate everybody watching this. And I just want to say right now, if you guys would like to become part of Team LT Outdoors, you can do so. Go to Etsy.com and type in LT Outdoors for the store. You'll see I've got some really cool hats with my new logo. Got another one right here. All different colors, guys. Got lots of great colors. Lots of new stuff on there. I'm making new stuff all the time. And if you have an idea of something you want done, let me know. Here's the Fear the Beard one. Got a cartoon picture of me. Got the new logo on the back here, guys. The shirt I'm wearing right now, Freshwater Life. It's got some fish on it. On the back, it's got my new logo. Lots of cool stuff. So check out my Etsy store. Again, LT Outdoors. I'm always making more stuff on there. Hope you guys enjoy that. Also, you can become a patron on patreon.com. I thank all of my patrons because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to keep going. So thank you guys again. Stay tuned and keep an eye out for these sponsors. Bass Brothers Lures and Baits, everything for the serious trapper. Wellman's Bait and Tackle in Oscoda, Michigan. Cowboy Coffee Chew, a cup in a pinch. RBM Jigs and Lake Effect Lure Co., everything for the serious ice fisherman and now summer tackle too. Sportsman's Connection, find the right hole. And Crooked Bend, the leader in Michigan food plot mixes.
Boy, that sure sounds good.